Hey guys, Mr. Bernard here. So we're going to be working on assignment number 16, and you guys were assigned to do the odd questions for it. So let's get started with it. Question number 1, we want to expand the logarithms for 1 through 7, and we're going to be using just one rule for each of them. So question 1, we have log base 2, 9 to the 5th power. So this is just going to be the power rule, and we're going to bring that 5 up front. So we're going to have 5 log base 2, 9. Question number 3. This time we're going to be using the quotient rule. So when we expand this, we're going to have log base 5 again of 19 minus, because that's what we do for the quotient rule, log base 5 of 2. Question number 5, we're going to be doing the product rule, so now we're going to be adding them together. So we'll have log base 3 of x plus log base 3 of y. And question number 7 is going to follow very similar to question number 5 with the product rule. So we'll have log base 3 of 5 plus log base 3 of y. Questions 9 through 17, we're going to be using one or more of the logarithm rules. So let's get started with that. Question number 9. So all of them are going to have log base 5 in it, so that's good to know. So we'll have, let's just take a look at the top half for a second. So we have 12a, so our top half is going to be log base 5 of 12 plus log base 5 of a. And now we're going to subtract that last part from it, the 2. So log base 5, of 2. Question number 11. We're going to be using the product rule and the the product rule and the exponent rule. So something to take note of. So how we have this here in the square root bracket, we can actually just call this whole thing to the half power. So we're going to rewrite this. We're going to call this log base 5 x to the 5th and y to the 1/2 power. And that'll come in handy in just a second where you'll see. So we're going to have log base 5 again. But now in front of this, we need our exponents. So because this x is to the 5th power and also to the 1/2 power, we're going to multiply them together and have it to the 5/2 power. So we have 5/2 log base 5. Now it's just going to be x because of the exponent rule. And we're going to also have then 1/2 because the y is also being raised to that 1/2 power down here. So 1/2 log base 5 of y. Our next question, number 13. So we have that 3 here. We're going to bring it up front. So we're going to have 3 log base 2. And there's nothing to simplify with the 1 minus x, so we're just going to keep that as 1 minus x. But now we could get rid of our, now we could do our next part. So here's where the quotient rule is going to come into place, and still the exponent rule because the y is also still being raised to the 3rd power. So we're going to subtract 3 log base 2 of y. Next question, we're going to be multiplying exponents again. So because this is the cubed root, we're going to rewrite this as log base 3, 2x to the 5th, this time to the 1/3 power. So here we go again. So we're going to have 1/3 log base 3, 2. Okay, so this part's nice and easy. So now here comes the harder part. We have to multiply this 5 and the 1/3 for our exponents to bring up front. And so we're going to add to it 5/3 log base 3 of x. Question number 17. Things are going to get a little bit easier on this one. So we're going to have log base 2 of 4 plus log base 2 of a. And now this is just coming from the product rule up top. And then we're going to have our quotient rule. So we're going to subtract log base 2 of 5. And so that's everything so far. Now our last 4 questions, we're going to be condensing everything into a single logarithm. So what's nice here is that everything is going to be log base 3. So we know that we're going to just use log base 3 for this. And we see that we have subtraction going on. So this tells us that we're going to be using the quotient rule for this. And even especially for this first part here, we have the 2 in front of it. So this 10 is going to be squared. So we're going to have 10 squared divided by 4. Now we can condense this even further because this is equivalent to log base 3 of 100 over 4. And we can condense this even further to log base 3 of 25. So I'm just going to move these around so we have space on the next question. Okay. So question number 21, again, so we have log base 5 for both of them, so we know we're just going to be writing log base 5. And because it's the sum of 2 logs here, that tells me that we're going to be using the product rule. But also take note, just the x has this 1/2 in front of it. So we're going to have log base 5 square root of x or x to the 1/2 power, either one works, times y. So that's it for this one. Number 23, we're going to be using the exponent rule now 2 times because we have a 6 in front and we also have a 2 in front. And we're also going to be using the product rule again because we're adding together these logs. So we're going to have, I'm going to write the work over here first. So we'll have log base 3 x to the 6th, because that's where the 6 is coming from. We're going to just bring it over here, times 11 squared. And so what we could do with this, we can condense this a little bit further, and we'll have log base 3 of 121 times x to the 6th, and 121 is just 11 squared. And our last question, number 25. So to condense this one, we know we're going to have log base 3 because both of them have that. So we'll have log base 3. Exponent rule coming in again with the 144. So we'll have 144 square root of that. And we'll be using our quotient rule because of the subtraction sign. So over 4. And once again, we can condense this. So the square root of 144 is 12. So we'll have log base 3. 12 over 4, and we could simplify that further to log base 3 of 3. And that's everything for this one. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, but thank you.